multiple angles of this incident show him holding up a cell phone and recording it, not a gun. Did he at any point pull out his weapon?
The big thing that blew up over the weekend was there was another shooting, an ICE agent shooting a man. So we're going to show you the video here. It's about 30 seconds. You've probably seen it already. There was a big sort of kerfuffle out there on the streets. Remember, to the backdrop, the guy did have a gun and it looked like he was about to pull it, but all that aside, when you're watching this, just try to imagine the level of tension that is on those streets. These people are being yelled at. They've taken over streets. There's smoke bombs out there. They don't know what weapons these people have, et cetera, et cetera. But this is the big one that went viral over the weekend.
They're doing too much, man, and they keep pushing people, you know?
What the f? They killed him? Did they kill that guy? Are you kidding me, dude? Not again. Are you kidding me? That guy's dead. Yo, we need people on site.
Man, there is something so weird about the time we live in that people just live stream the revolution like that, you know, and you just narrate the killing of somebody and the fights and everything else. Now remember, there's chaos in the streets, cars parked in the middle of the street, barricades. We're going to show you more of the general chaos, and there's so many videos right now of these lefties online that with selfie videos on TikTok calling for revolution, calling for violence, all of these things. And this is just an extension of what we've seen over the last couple of years, right? We had the murder of the United Healthcare CEO because Luigi Mangione did not like his healthcare related to his back pain. We had the murder of my friend Charlie Kirk. Like, there's a certain amount of this that they're now allowing in the system. Now you watch that video, nobody wants, again, the ICE agents don't wake up that morning going, okay, I hope we can kill somebody today. Now it turns out the guy that they killed, or the guy that was killed, he did have a loaded 9mm gun, and apparently one of the ICE agents thought he was going for it. Now remember, you just have to think, you're in this situation. What do you do? What do you do? You think someone's about to kill you, pull a gun, kill your colleague, et cetera. What do you do? Now, of course, the media sees this and they don't really care about the overall tension. They don't give you any of the context that I'm trying to give you here. What they want to do is they want to further your belief that ICE is just on the streets, that masked Nazis are on the streets just trying to kill people. It's complete nonsense, but that's what they do. Sam Altman just announced that ChatGPT can now reference all your past conversations, every thought, question, idea you've ever shared. And with a former NSA director now on their board, Edward Snowden called it a willful, calculated betrayal of the rights of every person on Earth. We've seen this before. Alexa listens. Meta tracks everything you do. Why assume AI will be any different? And now OpenAI might even start asking for government IDs to use ChatGPT. That's where Venice.Ai comes in. It gives you the power of AI without giving up your privacy. It's open source, private, and runs right in your browser. No spying, no censorship, no data collection. Your chats stay encrypted and stored only on your device. Go to Venice.ai/Dave and use code Dave for 20% off a pro plan. That's Venice.ai/Dave, code Dave. Real AI, real privacy. Here is CNN's Dana Bash.
Because multiple angles of this incident show him holding up a cell phone and recording it, not a gun. Did he at any point pull out his weapon?
Dana, good morning, and thanks for having me. The weapon, and we do know that the suspect did bring a weapon, a loaded 9mm high-capacity handgun, to a riot. We do know that. As far as what happened in that intervening moment with the video that you just showed, that's going to come to light through the investigation. That's being investigated, and those facts and those questions will be answered soon enough.
Saying that he assaulted a federal officer, but again, we have not seen evidence that that happened. It looked like he was on the defense, and again, he had a gun legally. It sort of feels like we're in the upside down, where we have law enforcement and conservatives who are very pro Second Amendment saying the problem was that he had a gun legally.
No, the problem is, as I said several times now, is he injected himself. He put himself where he did not need to be. He put himself and put law enforcement officers in jeopardy through his actions. These were his actions, not law enforcement officers' action. We had to react to an individual that came there for a specific reason. And again, what that reason is, we're going to find more out about that in the coming days. I'll be interested to see what his reason for being there, while Border Patrol agents were arresting a violent, criminal, illegal alien doing their lawful, ethical, and moral duties in Minneapolis. That's the question.
Dana, you're just not as clever as you think you are. Now, to the second part first, which is she's trying, you can see what she's doing. She's trying to go, oh, you hypocrite Republicans. This guy had a gun, but you guys are all about the Second Amendment and guns. What he calmly lays out there is that if you bring a load, first off, no, I haven't heard one person, I'm pretty tuned in, even though I try not to be on X too much over the weekend. I didn't hear one Republican being like, oh, he had a gun, that's why they had to shoot him. Nobody said that. If you're broadly on the right, or a conservative, you believe in the Second Amendment and you are allowed to protect yourself, you're allowed to protect your property, your family, et cetera, et cetera. The issue here, nobody was saying that. What they were saying is if you start getting into a situation that is a riot, as the border officer pointed out, that where there is just this layer of anything can happen at any moment. Well, then if you get into a scuffle with these guys and they look and they're like, oh man, this guy's got a weapon, and then there's a fight and now he's grabbing for it, you might get shot. But if you see what she's doing, what she wants you to, they want to then start the conversation to shifting, so then people just shouldn't be able to have firearms. Just not impressive, and he just not honest. And he did just a nice job of throwing her nonsense right back at her.